Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another episode of recreating my old full face Fridays because I can't remember products that I used to use and love, and I feel like I'm losing my mind and I need to reuse products to tell you what my updated thoughts are on them in 2021. So in February 2019, I uploaded a full face of Milk makeup, and I was watching that video back. I recently was reacquainted with the Sunshine Skin Tint, and I was like, wow, watching myself talk, I do not recall any of those feelings that I had toward those products. And it's been so long since I have tried so many of these products. A few of them are new to me, but most of them I used to rave about and love. And I'm like, what happened to my brain? Anyway, it's been a long time since I used some of them, so I wanted to revisit a full face of Milk makeup and see my updated thoughts on some of these products. So if there are any other brands that you would like me to do full face reviews of, please let me know in the comments down below. If you like these full face videos, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more videos from me. My friends, let us zoom you in and dive in to a full face of Milk. I had to take my top retainer out. I just simply can't live with this lisp. So, okay, so diving back down memory lane with Milk makeup was so crazy. I was such a fan of the brand and used so many of the products, and it kind of all stemmed from that full face video. I was like, wow, wow, wow. I used to have a lot of love for the lit highlighter and the baked bronzer, and I remember I had the mini that I had purchased in like a summer kit from Sephora, and I used the whole thing up. I loved it so much. Same with the baked bronzer. I had a full size, and I can't remember if I used up the first one or what happened, but all I remember is that the last time I had it, the lid cracked, and eventually the product just went bad, and I had decluttered it out of my collection, and I just never repurchased it. It wasn't that I didn't love the product. I just had never revisited after that, and so I picked up some minis. I love that they have minis, by the way. Like, obviously with my Nude Sticks mini kit, I'm just like on a roll with the minis. They're amazing for travel. I used to travel with these a lot, and I was really happy to bring them back into my world. Look at how cute these are. They're so itty bitty and adorable. I also picked up a mini of the blush. They kind of have minis of everything. I think there's even a mini of the primer, but yeah, basically the biggest thing that I took away from that video was my love for the Sunshine Skin Tint, and I used this in a recent getting ready video, and it felt very matte, and I was like, I don't remember why I used to love this so much. It doesn't feel nice. It didn't look good. I was like, what's going on? And I watched the video back. If you guys wanted to take a trip down memory lane as well, I'll link the 2019 version down below for you. But when I applied this onto my face, it literally made my skin look wet. It looked so hydrated, so dewy, so beautiful. And I was like, is it just because we've been inside for a year? Is that what's happening? Something is just not connecting with my face. So I need to retry this. And I know I used one up. I used an entire thing up. And then I believe I just never repurchased it again because it wasn't available at Sephora Canada until very recently. So this can be found at Sephora Canada. I already told you my woes about the price, but you only get half an ounce of product in here. So it actually ends up being the same price as a Tom Ford foundation. If you were to buy a full ounce of this, which is a pretty standard size of a foundation or a skin tint, you're gonna be spending over $100 Canadian on a full ounce. So keep that in mind when you are picking these bad boys up. What's great is that they do offer refill cartridges, so that's nice. It's a slightly more sustainable option when purchasing a product, so happy to retry that. And then another product I'm really excited to revisit is the Hydro Grip Primer. And I remember when we did the Beauty Roundup, and I had a bunch of other influencers contribute to a Beauty Roundup video in, it must have been Landmas 2019. Anyway, I remember that Jackie Aina, her pick for the year was this primer. And I remember when I received her video, Jackie Aina, thank you forever for doing that also. I remember seeing her top pick and being like, really? That primer? Like, I didn't like it so much. Like, it was just never a primer that I went to. So happy to revisit this. And in general, there's a ton of products here that I used to love and use all the time apparently, and it's just been so long. So it's just gonna be a whole rejig, a rediscovery of Milk makeup. One thing I will say is on the Sephora Canada website, there weren't any eyeshadow products. They used to have like cream, sparkly eyeshadows and things, and the only eye product I was able to find was their Kush liquid eyeliner. There weren't any other eyeshadows, so I'm just gonna do my good old little bronzer highlight moment on my eyes. But otherwise, we've got a pretty solid full face here, and let's start with the base. So I'm gonna go in first with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Hemp-derived cannabis extract hydrates for blissed out skin. A shot of blue agave grips makeup for all day hold. And you've also got aloe water, sweet cherry, hyaluronic acid, and B vitamins that boost skin for a healthier looking base. Love that. Let's give it a go. Oh, it's already ready to go. Bless. Smells nice. Can I just say I really appreciate how fun Milk Makeup's packaging is. Wow, I forgot how thick that was. Truly. I'm kind of surprised that I was never like thrilled with this. I feel like it's totally something that would be up my alley right now. It's very cooling. I remember I used to love their little cooling mini water stick. I didn't pick that up again because I don't really have a use for that in my makeup routine, but this has, yeah, an instant cooling effect. Another product I don't remember ever trying is the Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. Wow, it's super fine. You see that mist? I'm just gonna put this on. To give some extra hydration to the face. Love that. And it's alcohol free. Excellent. That literally feels like water. It feels like pure hydration I've just sprayed onto my face. Keeping that out on the desk. Okay, one product that has been around Milk Makeup products for a very long time, it's been in their lineup, is the Blur Stick. And this was obviously a primer that I was never really interested in before. I didn't really used to use anything that was dedicated to pores and fine lines and blurring and mattifying the skin. And obviously things have changed and I am ready and willing to try this again. And I kind of wanted to see how it applied onto my pores. So the instructions say to apply all over the face where you need it and to blend in. So I'm just gonna slap this on. Ooh, it smells really good. It has a very nice scent. It feels like nothing on the face. I've been using and loving a lot of pore blurring. Oh no. Okay, we have an issue. I'm gonna say something in my defense just in case anyone's been screaming at me. I cannot remember who I saw do it, but someone applied a hydrating primer and then used a stick primer or like a pore blurring primer in the spots that they needed it after applying the hydrating primer. And ever since, that's just been the way I've been doing it. I'll go over with a base, I'll use my Welleda Skin Food or some other kind of primer, and then I go in with the blurring primer where I need it. And I just wanted to say I just put this Hydro Grip primer on and let it be known that these two do not mix well. Look at what's on the stick. All of the Hydro Grip primer has like curdled up onto it. Okay. So I'm just gonna stop it there because obviously they don't blend well together. So jury's out on that one. We'll have to test that on another day. But I did get a little layer here. We'll just leave it right there. I'm not gonna attempt to put that anywhere else. Use these separately. Use them together with caution. Let's revisit the Sunshine Skin Tint. I still think this packaging is excellent. It's so fun. Except I realize I think I actually want to apply that onto my face first, and then I'll blend it in with my fingers. I don't know why I do that also. I think it's because I actually just can't breathe. Anyway. So the last time I used this, in the 2019 video, my skin just looked so wet and delightful after. It literally looked like I was blending in a serum. And even right now, it just has a drier, gritty texture. This does not feel like how it looked in my older videos. And I find it hard to believe that had I used this product, oh God, it's literally rolling off. Yeah, this must have been why I didn't like the Hydro Grip primer. Like, oh my God, look at, it's literally peeling off! Ah! Which is fair. You know, some primers are that way. Like once they're set in, you know, you kind of gotta like really gently apply the foundation on top, and that's why a little beauty blender is great. But yeah, oh my God, can you see? It's literally peeling off everywhere. I don't know. I can't believe that this is the same product that I once used. Look at all of this. It's literally just peeling. Like sliming off of my face. Is it the skin tint or is it the primer? Is it just one of those products that you just need to use with like a full coverage foundation and you're exclusively like blending it with the beauty blender gently on top? Because God, oh God. Even here, good Lord. It's just, look at, can you see this? It's literally just peeling away. Okay, well, Great start. When this happens, generally speaking, it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, I kind of just like wipe it with my fingers and try to remove that excess product. And then I'll just like really press it into the skin. And usually you just remove most of the product by doing that, but it kind of saves the overall look. I feel like I've got nothing on my face now, but yeah, I'm so curious to hear your guys' thoughts. If any of you were a fan of this in the past, or the Hydro Grip Primer, what is your experience with this? You just witnessed what happened. I don't know what to say. I definitely need to try this again, just with a more creamy, hydrated base, maybe something that doesn't set and grip. I need something that works with blending a foundation out with my fingers. So yeah, like I'm just gonna have to try these separately. These obviously don't go together, which is interesting because usually if a brand, it's like, here's our hydrating Hydro Grip Primer, and then here's one of their foundation products. Like, you would kind of just assume that they would work well together. But you know what they say about assumptions, my friends. All right, let's move on from this current disaster. I'm gonna go in with the Flex Concealer. In that video, I had mentioned that I preferred using it with a beauty sponge, so I'm going to do that today as well. I'm going to use this to brighten up my skin as I usually do. I also picked up light sand, just a slightly deeper shade, to kind of do some extra concealing around. I have my usual big red patches and some little breakouts here and there, so don't want to brighten that up. Okay, let's see how she goes. This is supposed to be a natural finish with a medium coverage. I like the sounds of that. It sounds like a concealer that I will love and apparently used to. And lo and behold, that looks delicious. That looks great. Yeah, definitely more on that like natural matte side. This was a little bit drier. Again, like this wasn't really doing me any favors for dry skin in terms of like giving me a nice plumped base. I feel like had I used something like my Skin Food, I would have been feeling just a little creamier all over anyway. So that's that. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Let's move on to the little mini bronzer, highlight, and cream blush, because these are just a delight and I know that they won't lead me astray. Okay, so I'm gonna take the shade Baked and I'm gonna apply, oh wow, see, like this is so creamy and beautiful. I'm gonna use my Smith 157 brush. Also crazy looking back at that old video and seeing the e.l.f. large stipple brush. What a sweet, sweet memory. We have since moved on, guys, I'll be honest. This brush has been a little bit life-changing for me in terms of blending. You can just be a little bit more precise with a smaller brush. I think just the way I've applied makeup has definitely changed over the years, and even though I slap bronzer all over my face anyway, I have since come to terms with the fact that it can be a little bit easier to blend out the products using a smaller brush like this. Just trying to cover up my little bald spot on my cheek. This is a really pretty color. I have completely forgotten how beautiful this is, and yeah, a lovely, lovely creamy formula. I'm also just gonna take this onto the eyes. I'm literally just gonna swipe that was not intentional, but I'm just gonna swipe it over my eyelids like this. Oh, there's a fluff. I'm never without dust fluffs. Everywhere, everywhere. I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush and just blend that all over. That's so nice. So nice. I'm taking a little brush and a little bit of that bronzer and just putting it on my lower lash line. This is obviously blending out like such a dream on my entire eye area in general. This is looking lovely. I'm also going to do that on my nose. Just bloop. I saw a TikTok makeup hack. Oh, I totally forgot. I wanted to try that. Where they just put the bronzer, mind you, it was powder bronzer, but they put the bronzer all over the nose. Actually, I think it might work better with cream. Anyway, they put the bronzer all over the nose, covered it, and then put a stripe of concealer down and did kind of just like backwards, and the girl was like, this is a way easier way to do your nose contour, and I was like, damn, that's what I need to try that. Yeah, great. Absolutely zero complaints about this. Beautiful creamy bronzer. Let's go in with Lit. Oh yeah, she's so pretty. I'm gonna just try showing you this on the palm of my hand. Can you see the little, it's like very much a true wet champagne glow, this one. It's amazing to me how something in a stick form can be so creamy. Like this is so wet and creamy feeling. Beautiful. And then I'll just press them into the center of my lid. Boop. So the shade I used to use and love from Milk was Work, and I decided to pick up another shade. This is the shade Rally. Looks like a very, very lovely, bright, bright pink. How cute is that? Let me just give it a little, oh my god, it's so much more sheer than I was thinking. Oh, that's gonna be the prettiest lip color. Look at that. Wow. It also smells delicious. If that's what we're getting on the lips, I gotta do a little bit of lip liner. I'm gonna take my KKW, excuse me, KKW Beauty Nude 1.5 liner and just do a little shaping here. And I just kind of push it in with my finger. This will change the color a little bit for sure, like you're giving your lips a totally different base, but I just prefer it. Okay. How beautiful. How beautiful on the lips is that? Love this color. I am so happy. It's also, again, so much more juicy and creamy than I ever remembered it being. Let's apply this onto the cheeks. Like, are you kidding? Look at this. Wow. Faith in Milk has been restored with the cheek products. That is gorgeous and so easy to blend out. And again, I will state again, love the minis. It's also nice. It's just a great way to try a product from a brand without fully committing to a full-sized, full-priced product. You know, you can give it a little testy test first. It's great, especially for me. I'm like constantly testing so many products, and I sat there and was like, why don't I buy minis more often when I'm trying these things? Silly, silly gal. This is like right into the favorites pile, this color, Rally. You and I, we're gonna live a good long life together. Another lip product I kind of wanted to try was this electric glossy lip plumper. So I know I'm really happy with the lip we've got going on, but this was a product that I hadn't tried from Milk Makeup, so I thought I simply must give it a test. I feel like it'll just add a nice little extra glossy pink to this lip. Let's see if we get the tingles. It has Szechuan peppers in it, so we should experience tingling, allegedly. Pretty gloss. I otherwise really enjoy that color. And let's go back to the eyes. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to use this powder. Blur and Set Matte Loose Setting Powder. It's so funny because in the old full face video, I was like, wow, yeah, I use this powder all the time. It's beautiful. I really like it. But at the time, I wasn't using powder in the way that I'm using powder now. Like, I'm actually a powder fan and I actually use it in my everyday makeup. Before it was just like, oh, I'm using powder just to use powder. I didn't actually like use it, if you know what I mean. Let's dive in to the powder. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm gonna put this in the center of the face where I have my unwanted shine. Ooh, okay. This one, you get that instant tight feeling. It's like, so you could stand to use a very small amount. Otherwise, the blurring effect was noticeable. I'm also going to take a little bit of this, just because we used a cream bronzer on the eyes. I'm going to take some of this on a little shadow brush just over the eyelid as well to make sure that that bronzer is nice and set in there. It feels tight, like it felt dry. I'm also dry today, obviously, to begin with, due to the primer fiasco, but do any of you use this powder on the daily? What are your thoughts? Let us know. The final product that I actually wanted to try was that Kush eyeliner, and you know, my first choice isn't gonna be black. I don't typically enjoy a black liquid liner, but we're gonna try it for science today anyway. I like that it's got a stiff point. It's not a wiggly point. That for me makes it a lot easier to apply. So let's rhyme and go ahead and give this a try. Oh, it's literally coming out gray. There's like, that is not a true black. That is like a very, either product isn't coming out. Oh God, oh no. It's not coming out very well. It looks more like smoke. Like it's literally gray. It's like a light gray. Is that what it's supposed to be? Did I buy a gray liner? Let it be known that this was also brand new. I mean, I bought it yesterday. Color Loud Blackest Black. It is Nope. I mean, it's definitely not as intense. Like, I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna have a really intense, like, true black liquid eyeliner, and maybe it just heard me, and it was like, no, we'll just sprinkle onto you. We won't give you the full pigment. Yeah, I would just be upset if I was like a black liner wearer, and I went to buy a black liner, and it came out gray like this. That is hilarious. That is so bizarre. How bizarre. Curious to know your guys' thoughts on that one. Have you tried this? And was it black for you? Please let us know in the comments down below. On that note, I didn't pick up the mascara. I wasn't the biggest fan of it back in the day, and I just have so many mascaras that I use and love and that I currently have open, so I didn't want to be wasteful on that. All right, pals and gals, that is the finished makeup look. Overall, the makeup looks delightful, honestly. We had a little moment with the primers, but fair enough. We'll have to continue our retesting and revisiting with some different products. And then that liner was an LOL, but for me, and kind of always has been true, the cheek products from Milk are so beautiful, so creamy. I am delighted that I've discovered this Rally blush shade. What a gorgeous, bright, fresh pink. Other than orange, that is the most common thing you'll hear me say when I talk about blush and lip balm products, but I like that it's a 2-in-1. It applied beautifully to both. I haven't had any tingles from this yet. I did have a couple layers of lip products underneath, so that could be why, but yeah, I don't have any tingles here. This was definitely a little bit more drying than I was expecting. Again, though, I don't have my usual hydrated base beneath. I'm gonna have to keep playing with these and try and mix them up with some different products underneath. Obviously, it didn't go well with the Hydro Grip Primer, and the Hydro Grip Primer didn't mix well with the Blur Stick Primer. So yes, this was an interesting revisiting with Milk makeup. I am curious to know your guys' thoughts. What did you think of the products? And if you watched that 2019 video, like, tell me some of these products aren't different, you know? Like, either my skin has changed or something's going on. But this was fun, a nice little trip down memory lane. It was super interesting to see how much, like, my face has changed in general since 2019. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here and watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a new Everyday May video. Bye!